Third gear probably in these conditions, but still very quick indeed. And a wing comes off there. And I think that could be the Russian of E-Tech, Nikita Mazepin, turning in, and Jamie Conroy of New Zealand just turns in and takes the front wing off, but no real blame there, could be a portion.
Trying to work his way up towards the front as Pontus Fredriksson had a lose going into the first corner. Drama as Darius Osprey tried to get at the inside of Nikita Mazepin. Contact between the two meant that Osprey retired with broken suspension.
Where was the contact then? Just caught the back end of that car. And that sadly spells the end of his race.
The short straight heading towards turn 12. And straight up the escape road. And hard into the barriers this time goes Mazepin. He's had one off, and that is the final off. Headbutts the tyre barrier, and that is the end of Mazepin. Have a look in replay. Gets himself onto the very wet part, loses traction, can't slow the car down, but nor at that speed can he turn. And so he just goes straight on. So that puts Sasahara up into 4th place now.
Now picks up speed again. I think that might be him recovering from a moment. There was some contacts on the way into turn 1. Some pretty big contact. Pedro Piquet coming off worse from that, I'm afraid. Forced out wide.
This time he's got the better line on Callum Eilert, and through he goes. The two British drivers swap positions. George Russell in the silver bullet. The high-tech car goes up to 2nd place. Callum Eilert 3rd. And Ralph Aroda's gained a place as well, just behind him, 4th place. Further back down the field, there have been dramas for Nikita Mazepin, the teammate to George Russell.
Yep. What a terrible thing to happen at just the wrong moment. Oh, and more to come. Out goes the number 10 as well. It's all going on at Macau.
That's Nikita Mazepin.
And the Russian is not going any to either get out of the car at the moment, I think. Here's what happened. And Danny, we've talked about this corner before. We see a lot of cars go straight on that. Why is that?
Yeah, there's only one line around there, and if you just put 2 wheels offline slightly, it's so slippery and dirty that you're just a passenger in the end and just go straight into the barrier.
Because it always looks weird.
Luminous yellow trim, the number 31 car. The championship leader looks sort of settled enough in 5th place.
Oh, it's a spin! It's a spin, that is Mazepin.
Mazepin's had a spin, yeah, that at the first turn. Just off camera there, locking up, and I think he stalled the car, has he? So he's going to have to wait for the ball to make like it even more difficult. Look at the climb there.
So has he just gone off by himself? As it come
away
down
with
into
Newey,
the
wasn't
hill?
He?
I think, punted, absolutely punted from behind, and that was Newey behind him at the time.
Well, Newey was pulling out to go for the inside gap, and Mazepin covered off the line, went across, didn't he? And then they immediately came into contact. So they'll both have their own
qualifying session, and we get this race and the 2017 season underway. Lando Norris is well clear. Oh, there's contact in the back there, I'm afraid. Around goes the high-tech car. There was contact, they were running wheel to wheel as they came out through club, but he gathers it together. It's Nikita Mazepin. What to expect from Formula 3. Here's a replay. There was the contact with Mazepin on the VAR cars. A bit of wheel bang.
Sadly, he is no longer taking part in this race, and that's Nikita Mazepin for High-Tech GP, who's up against the barriers now. The gravel trap doing its job there in terms of slowing the car down. Oh, well, that was, in fairness, goodness me, that so nearly collected Callum Eilert, didn't it?
As well. It was so close.
Now, it looked, and I only caught a glimpse of it, it looked like there was contact between Fenestra and him.
Yeah, I think he just Fenestra lost the car on the brakes.
Okay.
And got Nikita Mazepin on the... This is what happened with this car. I mean, you have...
This is the time where you just have to, according to Davide Valsecchi. Oh, big lock up there, he's going to go off the road. Nikita Mazepin runs wide. Will he be able to take the position away from him? Hubert gets up to 4th place, and that could be, oh, he's into the wall. He's into the wall and out of the race. Mazepin locks up, goes wide at turn 13, and Hubert's pressure tells on the Russian driver. There's the lock up, and he couldn't keep it out of the wall. Nikita Mazepin will be so disappointed with that, running ahead of his rival. And Hubert with an enormous moment in the championship as he not only gets past, but his rival exits the race at the wall at turn 13. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more. We've seen plenty of lockups.
How did Latifi get away with not getting a puncher there? Correa goes deep and he's recovered to second place. Giotto hits him and it's Giotto into the wall with multiple cars involved. That's Jordan King and Nikita Mazepin as well involved. A nightmare start.
Speed differential to slow up as much as Jack did, and I think that is where he just clipped the back of him, which then put Giotto into the barrier.
And not expecting it, and Nikita Mazepin following in there as well. King left with nowhere to go. So that's just Giotto too hot into the corner, out of the race. And that is Nikita Mazepin coming in as well. You can see Hubert went deep in there as well. And he will, and Nikita Mazepin, as the checkered flag is out, is off the road. And drama all the way through. Right.
Or the exit of club, and he looks like he may have just lost
light
it
it up
on the throttle.
No,
he's
hit.
not.
No, he's been hit right at the end. So Arjun Maini.
I don't know if he's locked the car up a little bit, but he seems like he's still on line. And Maini just
Not expecting the difference in speed.
Yeah, exactly. But it looks like it was absolutely from the rear, whether Mazepin just thought he'd drive the car slowly to the end of the race, but there was a massive speed delta there. I wonder if he lost power just in the final.
Nikita Mazepin rejoined. That is what happened. We're on board with Jack Aitken here.
So he just see how he just decided to sneak around. There we go.
And he's clipped Mazepin, who in turn makes contact with Matsushita and sends him heavily into the Tech Pro barrier. A reminder that Nobuharu Matsushita is okay, and that was such a big impact.
No, nothing to do with Matsushita. I feel really sorry for him. This is exactly what I was talking about, Alex, with that runoff area.